up to him. I don't know when it's going to happen. I had Cookie roll off the little excerpt of that big long bite, and this thing's going to show up because I can't tell you how it's affecting me.
If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
Just stop and think of that, just from the standpoint of logic. And then I had to read today that some conservative commentator, well, the president he's right. He actually is right. And I'm not going to embarrass the guy by mentioning his name, because I'm not trying to pick a fight with the guy. I'm trying to point out that we have a bunch of people that want to be thought of as the smartest people in the room and the most reasonable, and they don't want to be lumped in with me having a reactionary take on this. So they're going out of their, oh no, I don't think the president hates the, I would not, oh no. In fact, I think the president's, at some level, it's obvious he's right. It's so simple to see. Then later on, they point out their disagreements with it, but after that, what's the point? Anyway, so this evil villain in the new Batman movie is named Bane. And there's now discussion out there as to whether or not this was purposeful and whether or not it'll influence voters. It's going to have a lot of people. This movie, the audience is going to be huge. A lot of people are going to see the movie. And it's a lot of brain-dead people, entertainment, the pop culture crowd, and they're going to hear Bane in the movie, and they're going to associate Bane, and the thought is that when they start paying attention to the campaign later in the year, and Obama, the Democrats keep talking about Bane, not Bain Capital, but Bane, Romney, and Bane, that these people will think back to the Batman movie. Oh, yeah, I know who that is. There are some people who think it'll work. There's some people think it'll work. Others think, you're really underestimating American people who think that'll work.
You didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
Right. At the polls, will the brain-dead people show up in the polls? I don't know. See, I think you have to assume they will. I think you have to plan on the fact that they will show up and vote. No, just from the standpoint of dealing with you got to get your own turnout. You can't go into an election thinking, well, that group's not going to show up. The young, they got disappointed. Obama's not who they thought he was. The college student, they're not going to show. You can't think that way. You have to think they're going to show up. You have to count on it. You have to plan for it, come up with a way of neutralizing it. The Bane character was a terrorist. He's out to destroy Gotham, New York City, which is the case in every Batman movie. But instead of sounding like Romney, he sounds like an Occupy Wall Street guy. In truth. Now, there's a story in the Washington Times today. Is Mitt Romney Batman? Opponents of Romney have noticed the name of Batman's villain, the upcoming film The Dark Knight Rises, is homonymous with the name of an investment firm that Romney founded in 1984. The childish aha moment was not unpredictable. Americans have tolerated condescension remarkably well for the past 4 years, so we can presumably take an insult to our ability to spell or ability to follow a storyline for that matter. But anyway, I don't really know what the point of this story is. But they're trying to point out that in Batman, the good guy and the rich guy are one and the same, and that's Bruce Wayne. And so what this guy is saying here, hey, instead of falling in with the evil guy being Bane, let's just say Batman is Romney. Batman's Romney. He's the evil rich guy. He's the good rich guy. He's out to save New York. The rich guy's the good guy. Of course, the evil guy is always rich, too, in these Batman. You may think it's ridiculous. I'm telling you, this is the kind of stuff the Obama team is lining up and thinking it's going to the kind of people who would draw this comparison are the kind of people that they are campaigning to. These are the kind of people that they are attempting to appeal to. Let's take a brief time out. We'll come back and continue much more right after this.